Hey, how's it going everyone? So this is not going to be a coding video, it's just going to be a short vlog on keeping you up to date with what is happening on the channel. I'm currently working on another course. It's a Bootstrap 5 course. It's completely from scratch. So if you want to learn Bootstrap, I'm going to have it up and running in approximately 1 month. Maybe even sooner, who knows? Let's see how time treats me. But as far as for the channel goes, I'm planning on releasing a couple of videos where we're just going to build web pages. Fun web pages. So using just HTML, CSS, and a bit of JavaScript, of course, as always. But someone asked me how to learn to code. So I'm going to tell you a little story about me. I actually learned to code way back in the early days, and then I stopped. So I didn't learn it completely. Then became a grandmaster or something like that. I'm not considering myself today a grandmaster. I will never consider myself a grandmaster, but I stopped coding. Something else came along and I had to do something else. So I stopped coding for, I believe, 10 years it was. And then I started again. I didn't forget everything, but things change. The basics, the elemental didn't change, but I had to start almost from scratch again. So, how can you learn coding? Now, first of all, I would suggest that you take your time with coding. I would suggest that if you do maybe a half an hour, take a break, then another half an hour, then take a break again. Of course, this meaning if you're a complete beginner. If you're a complete beginner, the most obvious thing that will happen is you're going to fill your brain with so much information that your brain is just going to say that. And that's it. It's going to hate coding. You don't want to overwhelm your thoughts with so many new information that is going to be despicable to just think about it. That is why most of the people gave up on coding. So what I would suggest to do is exactly like with eating, always leave hungry from the tables. Always leave with just a little bit of less information that you could stuff in there. Okay, and then you'll have that hunger to come back again. So how much time should you spend in a day coding? Well, that depends on how much free time you have. I would suggest anywhere 4 or 5 hours. I know that sounds a lot, but taking into consideration that you do a 30 minutes, then take a break, 30 minutes, take a break. Those breaks are in there, okay? So do 30 minutes of coding, learn something, apply it. Maybe you just go over the theory of it, then apply it. So do a couple of exercises, if you're learning HTML, just try getting the tags right, try understanding how a href works in a anchor tag. Really, that's basic stuff, but you need to know it. You need to understand it, because for example, when I'm working now on my Bootstrap course, I realized how easy it is for me to understand what is happening. But I do say it in the course, if you have no knowledge of HTML and CSS, please do not take the course, because it's going to mess you up. You won't understand anything. But if you do have a bit of knowledge, a basic level knowledge, oh, okay, so that's why that is happening. That is why you need to name your tag, not to just throw around divs like a crazy person and everything is in a div and a div and a div and a div. Use your unordered list, use your ordered list, use your anchor tags appropriately, use the icons appropriately, and paragraph tags, and general containers only in divs. So div containers are classes. But yeah, that's important. And I also remembered how easy it is actually just not to use CSS and completely rely on a framework like Bootstrap. but also you're kind of limited. So I always want to do a bit of a hover effect, and well, Bootstrap doesn't have anything built in there, but using Sass, of course, you can then expand it and do your own thing. But as I'm doing now Bootstrap and only using HTML, I kind of miss CSS. So it leaves me hungry for CSS again. So I want to do it. In the time that I'm doing this this course, I also want to do a couple of videos where I just use HTML and CSS on the side and create for your videos. Create for you wonderful people videos where we're only using those two. And also missing JavaScript because Bootstrap has plugins and everything just works. But I don't want it to just work. I want to manipulate it, to do it myself. So yeah, fun. But that's what I mean. When you're just starting to learn code, you should always leave hungry. You should always try something, then move on to another thing, then try to put them together. And if they don't work, they just explode. Then go back a couple of steps, see where you went wrong, then take even days off. 1-2 days, don't even touch code, then come back to it. So that's my opinion on code, on how to learn code. You know what? I'm going to actually do a step-by-step video, what I think on how you should learn to code. And this may be the next video, maybe not. So, okay everyone, take care, see you next time, and take care. Oh, wait, I just said take care. Bye-bye!